Imagine being frozen in place. If you stop moving, your body freezes. Welcome to a village locked in ice. I'm standing in the coldest inhabited place on the planet. At the coldest time of the year, this is Oymyakon, Siberia, to simply survive. I'm bundled in over 20 thick layers of clothing weighing nearly 4 kilos, stepping out from a toasty 30°C house into a minus 60 Celsius world. Means braving a temperature drop of more than 0 degrees. That's why I'm wrapped in reindeer fur gloves, boots, pants, and coat. Even that can't fully shield me. Just walking outside becomes a fight to stay alive. Within seconds, ice forms on my lashes. My skin starts stinging like it's being pinched by tiny needles. The village looks deserted, like time itself has paused. The cold bit my fingers so hard I had to stop filming. And this brutal cold doesn't just attack humans. Wild animals freeze, machines break, bones stiffen. Cars parked for a few hours won't start again. They're frozen solid. The land is so cold and hard that nothing grows here, not a single fruit or vegetable. We started this trip in Moscow and flew east for 7 hours to Yakutsk. From there, it took us 8 more hours and 900 kilometers of bumpy road to reach Oymyakon at 2 a.m. The thermometer read minus 60.5 C when we stepped out. It felt like we had landed on a different planet. My nose hairs froze and stabbed me with every breath. The dry air made us cough nonstop. This village is home to about 800 people spread out over 5 kilometers. Outside, you rarely see anyone. It's like time has frozen too. After just 5 minutes of walking, my friend's eyelashes are coated in frost, and there's a frozen drop on his upper lip. We're surrounded by mountains, and since this village lies deep in a valley, there's almost no wind, just cold air that settles and won't leave. Temperatures here often plunge to minus 60 for C. The ground never thaws. This frozen earth is called permafrost, and it goes hundreds of meters deep. To survive, the people built a central heating system. A single coal-powered boiler sends heat through long pipes to most homes. This system must run 24/7. If it stops for even an hour, people could freeze. The houses here aren't ordinary. Heating pipes twist through every room. Homes are built on thick wooden beams to keep them above the frozen ground. The floors have layers of wood, insulation, and padding. Every wall is made of 7 materials: wood, basalt wool, foam, plaster, and more. Triple glazed windows act as shields. The attic is packed with sawdust and soil to trap warmth. Each house has an entrance room left unheated. It becomes a natural freezer. Here, people store meat and milk. These buffer rooms help stop freezing air from rushing inside the home. You'll see snow and frost on the ceilings of these cold chambers. In Oymyakon, the day starts early. Yevdokia heads to the barn. Farmers tie cloths around the cows' udders to keep them from freezing. There's no water running to the houses. Pipes would burst instantly. Every morning, the cows walk through the snow to the river to drink. That river never freezes because the water comes from underground mountain springs. Still, after seconds, in the air, ice coats the animal's fur. Suddenly, my face goes numb. The left side won't move, like I've had a stroke. My nose is freezing again. The cold shuts down blood flow, and if you're not careful, your skin cells freeze and die. The pain stabs deep. My guide quickly covers my face and warns me, cover up or it'll turn black. From now on, I can't stay outside more than 0 minutes at a time. Locals use aloe mixed with alcohol to treat frostbite. You soak it and gently press it on the damaged area. Never rub, or you'll tear the vessels beneath the skin. That morning, Yevdokia hangs clothes outside. In minutes, they're stiff like boards. Her hands freeze while doing it. Then she milks the cows. Yakut cows are strong. They make milk with 7 to 8% fat. Inside the barn, it's warmer, but snow still clings to the ceiling. The air smells like hay, warm milk, and animals. Next, we visit the horse master. He shows us wild Yakutian horses, specially evolved to survive these icy conditions. It's 50 C, and they're standing outside like it's nothing. These horses are short and round, perfect for keeping heat. The thick fur and tall hooves help them last through the harshest winters. They don't live in heated stables. They're just fed outside and roam free. Locals eat horse meat for survival. It's packed with vitamins and fat. Since there's no fresh produce, this frozen meat is how they stay nourished. In January, daylight only lasts for 0.5 hours. At 3 p.m., it's already pitch dark. In the past, people used horses, reindeer, and cattle for transport. Reindeer are still important for their fur, milk, and meat. A half-kilometer from the center, the forest begins. Most people here raise animals, But some like Ivan live by hunting. Ivan is a forest man. He builds fires to keep warm and walks frozen paths that could collapse any moment. He checks a fishing hole he made yesterday. One wrong step could send him into icy water. He remembers how his father once fell through the ice. With no rescue, he chose to end his life rather than freeze slowly. Back to the fishing hole. He pulls out a fish. It freezes solid within seconds. He warms it with his hands and slices it into paper-thin pieces. This raw, frozen fish eaten. With salt is rich in vitamins. In the tent, it's cozy, but frost covers the outside. Ivan offers the fish to the spirit of nature, a shamanic tradition believed to bring luck and food. Now, Ivan wants to hunt bigger game. He studies tracks in the snow. These are reindeer prints. He sets a trap where the animals pass daily and brushes away his trail using a dog's tail. Then we go to check yesterday's trap. There's a massive hare lying frozen on the snow. It wasn't killed by the trap, just by the cold. This will be dinner tonight. During wartime, hare saved many families from starvation. Here. Tomorrow prepares the hare meat. Is lean, no fat. Some scenes in this story were the hardest to film. Thanks to help from the OVO channel, we captured them. One morning, we spot something strange. A huge snake statue made entirely of cow dung, weighing over 360 kilograms. Built by a farmer, it's a symbol of rural resilience. The cold destroys plumbing. If water pipes existed, they'd freeze solid. Instead, people wash using water stored in tanks. Sinks here are old. Wastewater collects in buckets and is dumped outside. There's no indoor bathroom or shower, only outdoor cabins with holes in the ground. The waste turns to frozen towers, sometimes to meters high. This toilet is heated but has no ventilation. It's smelly, but warmer than freezing to death. For clean water, villagers carve blocks of ice from rivers and drag them home on sleds. Under the snow is their water source. They use chisels to cut ice slabs quickly before their hands freeze. One sled of ice can last a family 2 to 3 weeks. They melt it inside barrels to drink and bathe. Taking a bath is a 5-hour ritual. It starts with chopping wood, then melting ice, and finally heating the space. Shampoo is frozen solid, so it must thaw by the stove. After bathing, people dress fast. They go from plus 60 Celsius inside to minus 50 for sea outside the next morning at 7:30 a.m. Children wake up in the dark. Indoors, they wash with warm water from tanks. But for using the toilet, they still go outside. Jana dresses her daughters in many layers and wraps their faces tightly in wool. The walk to school is half a kilometer. School only closes if temperatures hit minus 55 C. Today it's minus 5 C, so class is on. Ivan, still hunting, shows us a frozen wolf he trapped 2 hours ago. It died standing still. If you don't move in this weather, you die. He'll sell the pelt and use the meat to trap a bear. His home is filled with fur, fox, bear, and more. The bears were killed after attacking his animals year after year. Vehicles here can't survive unless constantly heated. If left off, they freeze and won't start. Today, we're defrosting a frozen car using a jet heater. Everything battery, fuel, tires has turned rock solid. They heat it for 3 hours. In the meantime, we visit a garage where cars are kept safe all winter. These garages have thick walls, pipes, and insulation everywhere. After hours of heating, we try to start the engine. Success. The car comes back to life. In Oymyakon, survival isn't about beating nature, it's about understanding it. The Yaku people live by ancient wisdom. They don't fight the cold. They adapt, respect, and endure it.